Alright, let's do it. Let's do it to it. Thought your phone was broke? Phone Wi-Fi was broken, but now it works all of a sudden? You even put a new system on it because you were sure it's because of the phone? Apparently not. Wait, so was there just like a software issue on whatever version of the phone you had? That sucks. I mean, I'm glad you got it sorted out. I still need to update my phone, and I think my laptop as well. There aren't issues with the new Mac or iOS software, is there? I think from what I heard with Mac OS is basically they changed the they changed something with like the iTunes XML, like something with the music folders or something like that. And then I heard like that really old versions of the iPhone, like iPhone 5 and before, won't work on the newest iOS. Change it to 64-bit? Okay. Also, was your birthday? Technically still is in some country. Happy birthday, dude. I didn't know. I hope you had a good birthday. Well, I think the forced upgrade on the iPhone, so they're on like the second version of the 10. Like they're on like iPhone 11, I think actually is what it's called. So to have the iOS 5 not work, I mean, that means that you're running some pretty old software. I think like 6 years old. Your hardware is just not going to be able to keep up. So that makes sense. I don't think that's anything like scummy or anything like that. There we go.
I'm not going to get religious here, but I'm pretty sure I embarrassed myself at church today. I read someone's name off their book and assumed my dyslexia didn't strike. I called her Hannah. Her book said Hermana. You know, Spanish for sister.
That's funny, Doctor. Thank you for the bits, man. That's funny. Unexpected Spanish. Is there a Reddit thread for that? There probably is. If not, you could start it. You still have your 4S? How does that work for you? Yours was 5 days ago. Skylord, what? Did you tell me that and I already wished you happy birthday? Either way, happy birthday again. My birthday is in like 8 months. we've got some time. We've got some time. I feel like you might have told me, but so many things happen in the course of 5 days. Hell, I can barely remember things from like the last stream sometimes. You put it in storage, still have it though. You try. Okay, like I still have my 5S. Yeah, I tend to not like throw out my old iPods and iPhones and things like that, or yeah, just electronics in general. I think I have like an old iPod Nano. I think my mom has it now, but like an old iPod Nano and iPod Video and stuff that's just been like passed on from one person to another over the years. My sister just got a new phone, so my mom got her old, so she's like now on iPhone 6 or 7, something like that. Sort of low-key about your birthday this year. Turned 28 and you want the aging to stop. I turned 24. I just want the aging to stop in my hairline. I think the aging overall has gone pretty well. I think the hairline aging is the only thing
from me because I'm actually been a year out
that hasn't.
Playing games with some friends and I don't feel like using data while I'm away.
We're busy because you're actually gonna year out. Goodbye forever, I guess. See you next November. See you next November. Nah, thank you for the bits, man. Have a good night. Enjoy your time with your friends. I'll catch you later, man. We're gonna year out with Hannah. He's eloping, guys. I think he's eloping. Well, I hope you like her. Data. 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 The theater. The theater. Alright, buddy. I've had enough of your shit. I wish I could do the lightning strike move here. Hey! What'd I say? What did I say? So when you called her Hannah, did she just look at you funny or did she correct you? Cause hey, either way, you said she's cute. That was a good way to start conversating. Conversating? Is that even a word? Conversing, I guess, would be better. Ah! Alright, wall. Not gonna be on my side. I see. I see you. Alright. Let's dance, Vort. I wish I had, like, does that put a lightning buff? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it does something. I can do some long range lightning. I don't know if I can do like a follow-up. Like, can I? Oh wow, okay. That wasn't terrible. That was actually pretty good. I can get behind this. Back step. Ah! Yes. Yes, please. Oh god, did you guys see that lag right there? It just like froze. I mean, thank goodness I was in the riposte animation. Crit so hard the game lags. Almost overflowed on the damage. Your stream froze when I charged up the weapon, and then the game froze when the crit landed. Oh man. Oh man. Big Amage. Gotta love that big Amage. She laughed and said it was Hermana and that her name was Laura. Well, hey, there's your foot-in. Now you know her name. You talk, she laughed. I'd say balls in your court. I'd say balls in your court right there. Alright. Let's do it. Let us dance. Let's dance.
Alright, I'm leaving for Reals. Bye everyone.
For Reals. Why did it pronounce reals Reals? It's not Spanish. I mean, maybe it's taking on too much about the Hermana. Maybe it is Spanish now. Doctor, thank you for the bits, dude. Take care. Oh, for reals. Yes. That's right. I don't know, man. I think the bot's just adapting. Oh shit! It shot my lightning way off in the distance. Lightning does good damage, but only if it lands. I don't know, that seemed like it could be pretty risky. 1, 2, 3. Poke her in the butt. You know, I've never gotten the... Ah! Never gotten the animation for critting the head because I don't ever hit her in the face enough. You know, I'm probably gonna die more times on this run trying to land this attack for the kill than anything. Oh, come on. Misjudged how much damage I had left to do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose more fights this run to trying to do that than anything else. But where's the fun in not doing the fun weapon arts, you know? I think you're missing out if you don't try and make use of these things. Girlfriend didn't like that before? Hey man, speak for yourself. But yes, Fang, referring to earlier, I will play your level sometime later this week. I want to finish that one. Hopefully it's still... Is it still loaded? Yes. I still have the level in progress from yesterday. I still have the level in progress from yesterday. I want to beat that one. And then if you're here, Fang, we can do yours. I will say with that level, I said, Penguin, Fang, are either of you guys here? And you didn't respond. So you had the opportunity and you missed it. Yo, Gabriel, what the hell, man? How are you? Good to see you, dude. How have you been? How's the outside world? Switching to PC? Alright, sounds good, man. Yeah, mobile is never fun. I commend people who use mobile because I can't stand it. From actual Oblivion? Probably actual Oblivion, because let's be real. Who would actually like Elder Scrolls Oblivion? I understand people liking that game. It wasn't the best experience for me. You've been great and awful. Life has its ups and downs. Hey man, that's always how it is though. Doesn't matter what you do. What path of life you take. Life will always have its ups and downs. So nothing wrong with that. Barista competition in 3 days and you're scared shitless? Just the only reason I would have any insight into things like that is because Catherine works for Starbucks. Do you work for Starbucks? Either way, she knows her coffee, so you guys would probably get along pretty well. Good luck with that, man. I know those can be stressful because you got like upper management and stuff that comes to those. I know like stores will send a couple people from it. Welcome back, Fang. Oh, you just work for, okay. You just have one for your restaurant. Gotcha. Yeah, because I know for her work she's gone to some barista competitions and stuff as well. Make some fancy latte art. I'd like a latte. Get out of here. I'm gonna snipe this guy. I poked him out of midair. Get out of here. Get out of here. You want to work for a bar, but the only true bar in town is in no need of staff. I mean, I would say just always keep a lookout then. Do you want to do bartending or just like move up within a bar? Because obviously there's a bunch of different facets to like a bar and restaurant. Ooh, that was close. Low fat latte, please, with two and a half creams. 3 is too much, but 2 is just not enough. Favorite place in town, okay. That makes sense. Hopefully it wouldn't be one of those things though where, you know, a favorite turns into a least favorite. Because I know that's the type of thing that could happen with like a hobby becoming a job, right? But obviously you hope that's not the case. Oh, I didn't even get a shot on there.
Show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot.
I hate the hip boxes with my spear. Well, there's not really much room to work in this spot right here. Huh. Oh god, this is terrible. Oh. That was weird, because I got like a rotation, right? And then, or I got like the quick flip around and then the spin. Which is kind of weird. Woo, there's the charge. Another one? And another one? Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, that actually worked out. That did not. Charge away, break the rubble there. Poke the bum. Ahaha! I do not like this, Sam I am. I do not like Osiris in hand. Damn. I tried to get the face jabs. Woo! No hip fight. Alright. I'll take it. I'll take it. Fancy word for a cup full of coffee and nothing else, please? One coffee, please. Easy, isn't it? Isn't it? You get along with everyone there? You don't know how the manager is as a manager, but as a person, she's cool. Ask Catherine if she has any tips on barista competition. Want to see if you have everything checked? I can ask her. I know she's only done a couple of them, and I know she doesn't necessarily enjoy them, but I think she should be home by the end of this stream, depending on how long the run goes and such. And actually, if this run is short, maybe we'll work on that Mario Maker level afterwards. You call it the not up cosplay? Please do explain. What does this not up cosplay consist of? Also, what is that? What is that a link to? I'm still trying to figure out why on this computer, like it doesn't happen on any of the other computers that I watch Twitch on, but on this one, it just tells me that all of the messages have been deleted. Like normally I get a message deleted in each instance. This one, it just tells me that it's all gone. Setting for FFZ that they changed? I thought I had updated it, but apparently not. Or chat setting. I would think that's FFZ, because I don't think... I thought Twitch always deleted all that stuff. You know, I can't do like fancy weapon art stuff against Gundyr, really. Except I can just be right up in his face and do fancy things that way. Nah! Gosh darn it. That was my opportunity. No, why didn't it do the... That was weird. So I tried to do the... weapon art with the R2 as part of it, and the R2 like registered as a separate hit. Which is really weird. Ah, damn it. Should have only done the one. The one drank. Eden, your timing is just too good, man. I gotta switch up my route just so you think that things have changed, but they really haven't. I just need to switch up that timing. Do a different boss order. Or like speedrun the shit out of things. Not worth it. I just want to use my weapon art because it's fun. Don't you know what fun is, Gundyr? Huh? Don't you know what fun is? Alright. Some things are just not working here. Couldn't find the account creation thing? You must be dumb. Click on your arena tower, right? Like the main one on the island, and click profile, and then you can view like when your account was created, a summary of your dungeon times and rifts and all that stuff. Hey, SMH. 8 tips on the last DS3 boss, normal game, also your first Dark Souls game. You're talking about Soul of Cinder? Right, you're not talking about like a DLC boss or anything like that. I would say the biggest thing is patience. Go in, you know, space things out, dodge roll, go for like one attack. And then slowly kind of learn what things you can punish with more attacks. Because the biggest thing that's gonna get you is going for multiple attacks and then him getting you in the middle of that animation and not being able to get away. And praise your creation. Oh, what dis? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Look at your fancy latte art. Look at your fancy latte art. All right, I see you. Would it be possible to make the Z-Colb's W in latte art? Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Okay, Dark Souls bot has hit them really hard. Yeah, just give them all you got. Give them all you got. All right. I don't know that this is gonna be. Can I hit both? Ooh, I can get both of that. All right. Don't get greedy. It's not a short. No, it's not. Yeah, I would say just take each phase very, very slowly, because there's a lot of different movesets that you're going to encounter. You still don't see profile? You found it, there you go. I was like, there's only so many places you can look there. Oh. Throw it out the window into the trash can and play a better game. Can't throw it out if it's digital download. Woohoo! Got him. Got him. SMH, if you, I know it's gonna be a couple hours, but if you're still working on it and you stick around to the end of the stream, we will fight him. 1574 days. So you got the game before I did. Throw my entire system out, just PC and all. Be like, screw it. Now I have nothing to play game on, but at least I'm not playing Dark Souls.
Then shall we begin, bearer?
The system is corrupted.
Shall we begin, bearer?
Damn. Feels bad,
Shall
man.
we begin, bearer?
Throw the world out. Wait, hold on.
Then shall we begin, bearer?
Is that like I should throw out the internet, basically?
Be safe, our Lord.
Oh, come on, give me, there we go. Can be done as the bear with a bit of additional work for the nose and eye. Oh, you have the, okay, I know what weapon you're talking about. You've got the, Lothric. Is it Lothric Straight Sword? No. What's the, no, not Lothric Straight Sword, what is it? It's the Outrider Knight. With the Irithyll Straight Sword. Irithyll Straight Sword. It's a fun weapon. It's a fun weapon. I don't know that it's necessarily terrible against. I don't know that it's necessarily terrible against him. If you do want to use it, one tip would be to use a torch in your offhand, and every time the ice procs, hit him with the torch to reset the cooldown. Because basically the way that the frost weapons work is any enemy. Does anybody know actually if that weapon works on Cinder? Basically the way it works though is the more you hit an enemy, it builds up frost damage on it, similarly to how you'll build up frost. And then when it procs, it has to reset. If you want to immediately reset it, you hit it with any sort of fire damage. So the torch is a good way to do that. And then you can cycle it. So you actually can do pretty sizable damage. It just requires you to continually hit in order to build that damage up. You know what? I don't need it. I do not need it. Because we have enough sharp gems at this point. Procking on a lot of bosses, but not worse than on most of them. Unless you do no upgrades or something. That's true, but I'm just saying, like, if you already have it built, it might not be terrible. But yeah, obviously it's not ideal. Alright, what happens if we just YOLO through this area? Mayhaps we just runs around? Yo, Riot Act. Death Stranding is so good, are you enjoying it? I've heard some mixed things about it, but overall it seems to be pretty well received from people that I know that have been playing it. SMH, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, so we'll hit up the bonfire, we'll go and do tree balls. I was about to ask when you said blonde moron, and then I remembered you said about elections going on in your country, and then I was like, oh, yes. politics in a country that I know nothing about. Slow games bother you? You can see someone not liking it. It's not a fast-paced game. Yeah, people seem to say it's pretty slow, but like, I could definitely see myself enjoying something like that. Like if I was just looking for a chill kind of thing. Doesn't even speak English? Doesn't speak Romanian either. Wait, but what does she speak? How do you run for office in a country and not speak? It's pretty damn spooky. Let me rephrase that. If I was just looking for a slower game to sit back and play, then I would probably I think I would probably like it. I just feel like streaming it is probably hard. She speaks corruption? Oh no. I didn't even know that was a language. Yeah, that's the hard thing is like games that I would want to play but not stream. You can't really I don't really have time for that, unfortunately. And with all the other stuff that we're playing, I'd run into the issue of that game getting played like once a week maybe, and if it's a long game it would take us so damn long to get anywhere, so. Suggestions for a one-handed sword? I'm trying to think as far as like new game. What kind of build do you have? Did you spec into dex or strength, or did you go like a quality build? Nope. I want the hand. His hands, Carl! Where are his hands? Ow! That sounds so much worse because other things die and I just think I died. Trying to think of what some of the best swords are. I know broadsword is what I use for SL1. I cooked them up and ate them. I was hungry for hands. My tummy had the rumblies that only hands could satisfy. Carl! Fully raw ass wasn't awful now? Everything equal except magic things? Okay. So you've got a quality build, so anything dex or strength, something equal there. Yeah, raw ass was good. But I mean, if you have stats leveled into things, then it helps. I might have to go through my weapons and see what we can come up with here. Go to Rosaria, put everything into Dex because it's 2019 and that's broken. Oh, I can poke him in the butt. Poke him in the butt. There we go. Night Brotorius, thank you very much for the follow. Okay. Or not. Or not. Ooh, okay. Okay. Put everything into stamina and vigor. The thing is, everybody, like, you pumped it to 40 stamina back then, but, like, really you only need, like, 30. Oh god, the hand has so much reach. Oh god. How long are you gonna lay down? My goodness. Genuinely surprised that I reached that. Get out of here. Didn't even pop the ball on that one. Yeah, see, like, broadsword is good. Even at soul level 1, like, the raw broadsword is good. Hey, Equileader. Yeah, so it's SMH's first playthrough. He's on Cinder. Has been using the Irithyll straight sword. So we're trying to give a build to him, improve his chances here. Like a one-handed sword. We could, obviously, if you had gone Dex and whatnot, you could go sell swords. Let's see here. Actually, let me warp to the other bonfire, because this is where I actually want to be, and we'll take a look. Longsword was bad. Longsword is also not bad. I mean, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of options. Has some sleep to catch? No worries, Gabriel. I know it's late for you. I hope you have a good one, dude. Thank you for hanging out. It's good to see you again. Alright. What do we got here? Yeah, so Astora, not bad. Mine's, I've got other stuff on here. Lothric Knight Sword is nice. It's got descaling in both, but you can put like a refined gem or something on it. I actually don't know what the best at like lower, if it would just be better to put a sharp gem on. World first speedrun to NG plus 83 from fresh install. I do not want to put... It's just a 400-hour speedrun, you know. So I need to sleep for the 12th of November as you're working that day, and then you looked on the date and saw it's 11/11. Then you got scared and remembered his passing. Nice, man. Nice. Alright, what else we got? Henri's... I wouldn't say Henri's. That's also kind of a pain to get an upgrade. Sunlight Straight Sword is pretty good, but I think you have to go through Covenant stuff for that. Barb Sword is fun if you want a bleed build. That's a two-handed. That's extra stuff. The Bastard Sword looks like it's not terrible. I don't remember where you get the... Bastard Sword at. These are all getting into like great swords and dex builds, which we want something more quality. I mean, you could in theory go for something like that, but you probably want a long sword. Someday I'll catch on. Wait, what do you mean someday I'll... Oh. Not me. The name will catch on. No, it's not gonna catch on, man. I already have too many nicknames. Clob, Clobby, Clobbert, Colbert. There's just too many. Yeah, so I think your best bet is probably something around like a longsword or a Lothric Knight sword. I don't think you want to go with Astora or Henri. Yeah, you've got a few options in that department, and then I would maybe do some research and see. You're probably actually gonna get a better build out of doing dex for the rest of your levels. Actually, can somebody get a link to Mugen Monkey and put that in chat? Because with there you can put in your current stats and see what your damage would be with different infusions for the weapon you want, and then you can kind of see with where you're at which way would be the best to go. Because if you're on Cinder already, then you know you want to just see what the best damage you can get is. For an entire year after Crab Rave came out, nobody cared, and then New Year came by and it's the hottest thing ever. Twilight Princess Link or Skyward Sword? I haven't played either, so unfortunately I cannot give you an answer on that. Trip, this isn't K-Dub stream, man. This isn't K-Dub stream. That would be straight up plagiarism. That'd be straight up plagiarism if I just up and if I just took the trip command. Tripping over things in the dark. That's, I think the worst thing, more so than tripping over things in the dark, is like stubbing your toe. Your pinky toe. Cause that's a hard one to recover from even when you can see. Now you're in the dark and you have no concept of things around you. Not a good time. Not a good time. You put a brace on your pinky toe. Make sure that I just go to sleep with steel-toed boots, actually. That way, you know, if I get up in the middle of the night, my feet are protected. Don't have to worry. I stub my toe, I actually just put a dent in the door frame. Oh man, I remember years ago though, I got up and it was like the middle of the night. I had to go to the bathroom. And I'm walking out of the bedroom and I hit my pinky toe. I forget, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I was going to the bathroom, coming back from the bathroom, whatever. I stubbed my toe on like my dresser, which is like right inside the door. I hit my pinky toe on it. I like went down. It's pitch black. I'm just like holding my foot. I'm like, I can't see. My toe hurts. My life is over. Best Dark Souls in my opinion? 3 and 1 are my favorite, but 2 is also very good. Like they're all very good, all worth playing. I think it should be up to the individual to make that decision on which is best. But 3 and 1 are my favorites. 3 mechanically, 1 I think there's a lot of nostalgia from it being my first Souls game. Hey, I can charge at you too, asshole. I can charge at you too. The Family Guy clip of Peter where he hurt his knee. I don't know, I might have seen that. Oh, that's the one where he's like outside, right? Like it's like the super dramatic, grabs his knee and like rolls around like in the driveway or something. Actually, speaking of Family Guy, did anybody else see that video that was circulating a little bit? Where like this person took the time to take the opening scene, like, or not the opening scene, but the opening, like the intro to Family Guy and edit out all of the characters so it's just like the background and the music. It's so weird. It's so weird. There's no character. It feels so empty. You're like, ugh. Where is everything? That doesn't really do a ton of damage. The hard thing here is like if we wanted to, like I'm gonna try and wait for the Crystal Soul Mass, which like pro, look at that. Problem is, it's a spear, so cycling this, I can't just like stand next and swing. I have to like turn back in. Alright, 1 down. Okay, it's over there. PC version of DS2 good? On Steam there are reports of bugs and more. I haven't had issues with Scholar of the First Sin on PC, personally. Not entirely sure what those bugs are about. It might be just a mouse and keyboard thing. shot in the back. Yeah, so if you're using controller, it's completely fine. If you want to use mouse and keyboard, you might need a fix for it. DS2, I believe, is the best running one on PC. DS1 Remaster is probably fine as well now. I don't know, for DS1, I don't remember if I had DS Fix or not. I honestly can't remember if I had it or not. I know people would say that you absolutely need it. Something because it's difficult? There's a reason only one person was able to do all bosses hitless. Well, now we've got more crazy people trying their hand at it. Hobbs going for that run now. Squilla said he's gonna do DS2 all bosses, no damage. Think it was necessary for Prepare to Die DS1 on PC? See, the thing is, I thought I installed it, but then I don't remember my home screen saying about the DS Fix being installed. And I always thought that that was something that was supposed to appear, so I don't know if I actually installed it right. If I didn't install it right, the game worked fine without it. That's not a great throw. We're probably gonna get a dog to chase us, but it's fine. Oh, okay. Works for me. Works for me. So yeah, DS1 Remastered and DS2. As far as performance-wise, they run great on PC. DS3, you can run it at higher settings. You just need a stronger PC to be able to handle it. Yo, Bane, welcome back, man. Yeah, DS3 is tanky. I think some of it has to do with like I've had a few driver updates that have fitted with my ability to play at the settings I do, because I play it on max settings right now, but every once in a while I get a little bit of frame issue. Not enough for me to chop it back down. If I was doing a challenge run where like I needed to maintain my constant frame rate through everything, then I would probably care a bit more. But if it lags a couple times here or there, so be it. I wouldn't run at my high settings. Think of Bloodborne? No spoilers, just bought it a couple days ago. No worries. Bloodborne is very good. I wish I got to play it without spoilers. I think had I gone into it blind, I would have enjoyed it more. It's good. It's not a game that I go running back to, but it is very well done. Especially if you like a darker, Lovecraftian horror kind of thing. What got spoiled for me? The whole game. The entire game, plus the DLC. At the time when I was starting to get into Souls games, I had watched a bunch of DS3. So I was being very prudent about not watching the other Souls games, because I was like, alright, I want to start from the beginning and get to this point and play through it. So the DLCs of this game were blind. And DS1 and DS2 were blind as well. Bloodborne, however, was I thought, I was like, oh, it's another Soulsborne game. So I was avoiding it, and then I heard it was only for PS4. I didn't have a PS4. I didn't think I was going to be getting a PS4 to ever play it. So I started watching people play it, and then eventually I streamed long enough and had some donations and stuff, and I got a PS4. So by that point, the game was already spoiled. Yo, Totem Steel, how are you doing? Yeah, the game is very atmospheric. There are some cool trick weapons and stuff. Armor, yeah, doesn't matter too much. I mean, just have armor on is really all I would say. There's no like weight mechanic like there is in Dark Souls. It's a good game though. is a good time. What's the other Born game? That is the Born game. Unless the other Born game is Bloodborne 2. Just kidding. Souls, and then there's Born, and Sekiro is Born. I laugh when people try and like put Sekiro in with Soulsborne, and it's like, it's called Soulsborne because Bloodborne has some potential ties over to like the Souls, the Souls games, whereas Sekiro is just another Miyazaki title. And if we're going based on Miyazaki titles, then you would remove DS2. So it's like, pick your poison. Sekiro's Born. What's up, Endurance Eyes? How have you been, dude? How have your runs gone? Sekiro is very good. It didn't have the replayability for me, but I enjoyed my first playthrough of it for sure. I suppose, but he wasn't like the project lead, right? Because he was working on Bloodborne. Doesn't take much to become a Souls game. I mean, nowadays, Rodin, hello, by the way. Nowadays, everything is a Souls game, isn't it? So, or at least everything's trying to be a Souls game. Get out of here. That's not what I was trying to do. I wanted to do a jumping R2. Can I do a jumping R2? How about now? How about, okay. No, that's not it. There you go. There you go. New Star Wars game is being called a Souls game. It has bonfires and souls. I saw a little bit of it. Are you guys, is anybody planning on getting the new Star Wars game? I was considering it, and then like watching the gameplay, it felt, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna get it. Waiting for the fall. Oh, I absolutely was too. I thought I was going down with it, especially when I did the charge attack, like the weapon art. You're getting it, but Tokyo Ghoul comes out the same day as it. Ooh, I do remember. I forget exactly which game that was, but I do remember seeing that E3. That was one that I was kind of curious about, I think. There were a couple other E3 games that I was curious about, but I haven't heard anything more. Like Ghost of Tsushima was one. There was at least one other E3 game that I was remotely interested in and then haven't heard about. If it's fine, you'll get it with Origin Access. That's not a bad gig. When games are included on things like that. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know how it is, cause like, I saw the review, like the early access review or whatever, and they just made so many comparisons to Souls that I was like, I don't know. And just for like what I've seen, like it felt very spaced out. Like the enemies, it was just like, it looked very Surge-esque in like the way that the enemies are fairly spaced out and you have like individual battles. Like yes, it's kind of spaced out in Souls, but it doesn't feel like areas are empty and then you just got like a enemy here, enemy there. Dark Souls has a very bleak fantasy. Everything is fucked. Bloodborne is more of a blood-soaked Victorian vampires, werewolves, Lovecraftian horror kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Code Vein is super fun. I still need to get Code Vein. I'm not entirely sure when I'll get around to it, but I do plan on picking Code Vein up because I've heard very good things. Everything must be Souls. I mean, it might as well be at this point. You prefer it to things being called the Dark Souls of X genre? That's true. It is a little bit more refreshing to just hear it compared to Souls and Sekiro in terms of like combat and stuff, instead of just being like, this game is hard, therefore it is the Dark Souls of whatever genre. That's true. I'd rather have just straight comparisons to it than it be the Dark Souls of whatever. Like Euro Truck Simulator 2 is the Dark Souls of simulator games. Oh my god. I'm sure there's somebody that's already said that the Planet Zoo is the Dark Souls of zoo simulation games or some shit like that. Review a game based off of how many times reviews compared to Souls. I think the more times it's compared to Souls and Sekiro, because like Sekiro is now being thrown in there just because it's another game that Miyazaki did. They're like, well, it's like Souls and Sekiro. NHL is the Dark Souls of sports games. I don't know, man. What about FIFA? What about FIFA? FIFA, they're pretty good about making the game not fun to play with patches. Sekiro is the Dark Souls of Sekiro games. No, see, the proper way is Sekiro is the Dark Souls of samurai games. Right? You gotta think more in terms of genre. That way, yeah, when you broaden the horizon, you can piss off as many people as possible. Just huge swath. Everybody under the same umbrella. Joking about NHL, the game is meh. I've heard they've been getting a little bit better, but NHL still seems to be pretty much lacking in any major development. Oh wow, that was too fast on that timing. I'm gonna wait. Surprising, actually. Ooh, the frames though. Wonder what being a Twitter shit poster is like? I mean, probably fairly similar to a Twitch shit poster, just not in real time. Players can get killed by the other team in the ref. No penalty box. It's like, but sir, our man is dead on the ice and he was slashed in the throat with the hockey stick. Play on, stop complaining and just win. Is that the Assassin's Creed Combat Samurai game? It was another one of the it was another one of the samurai games that was announced at E3. I thought it looked pretty good. Oh yes, give him a kick. Oh wow, that actually used a ton of stamina. I was gonna say I rolled, but then I looked at my stamina bar and saw bleakness. Okay. Let's dance. Ah! Let's not dance near the edge of the ice here. Oh god, I really am gonna have to go for backstabs here, because anything else, I don't have a sweeping attack. So I'm just gonna completely miss if I don't backstab him. Just like that. Exactly like that. Let's try this again. There we go. Alright. I think we should be good on him not calling for second phase yet. And then we'll try and just burst him down with some... Oh no. I was gonna say we're gonna try and burst him down with some damage here, but that's not gonna work. I have no idea how that missed me. Ah, okay. It's fine. It's fine. I have no idea though how that one attack missed. Super lucky. I feel like with the poke we should definitely be getting enough head damage for a riposte. Although that feels like I'm hitting the neck more than anything. Not quite. Oh shit. My attack animation actually put me back out into the frost. Am I not gonna get? I'm surprised. There it is. I must have had too many jugular shots there that it didn't actually register enough to go for a riposte. Throw lightning spells? Yeah, so like he doesn't have a chime though. Right? He doesn't have a chime. So all I can do is the lightning snipe like that. Is that different than the regular? So that's like a short... Yeah, there's not really much aside from... Maybe it's hidden in the gloves. He just has built-in chimes. That'd be pretty sick. Like, I feel like some things were missing out. It's like I can't fully cosplay because I gotta get a chime to do the... Well, no. Does he throw it himself, or does it always come from the tip of the spear? Right, which... Does it always come from the spear tip? Because he just does the poke that it comes. He throws sometimes? For whatever reason, when I was first thinking of Ornstein, I was thinking of Nameless King, which... In that case, you would have like a lightning stake and things like that. Yo, Aaron, how are you doing, man? What's up, what's up? Alright, I have to actually talk to you to trigger the fight, huh? What's the lore here? What is Ornstein doing messing with Ariandel and Frida? Huh? I needs to know. He was tricking. Oh, okay. That lore checks out, I suppose. Fang, thank you very much for the host, man. You know, I've been saying it for a little while now. So, like, just recently I started doing raids instead of hosts, right? I still need to set up auto-host. That's still something that all these years later, I have never done. And I feel like I probably should. And like, I know not everybody does it, but I feel like it's a nice thing to do. Help support people that I enjoy their content. It's like a massive lore piece that I just jerk it on. Put you on the auto host list. You don't stream, but you appreciate it. Just so in that one moment that you do stream, suddenly free host. And the reason I think about that actually is because somebody like Aaron, it's an interesting situation where like he streams on the same channel as another person, right? It's two guys on the same channel. So it's like if I auto host him, I potentially auto host somebody that I don't ever watch. And then it's like, well, that's kind of weird. You know? Put you on Rodin's auto host being auto. Suddenly there's like multiple tiers of auto hosts that you can control. Oh god. Oh god. It doesn't work like that? Wait, what doesn't work like what? Someone ends your host just goes to someone else that you have on the list? Yeah. But I'm saying, so like, Aaron and another guy stream on the same account. Right? It's not like I can say, during these hours of the day, auto host this person, otherwise. Otherwise, don't. They don't have extremely fine-tuned auto hosting to that degree. Missed that part? No worries. No worries. It's a different situation than most channels. Well, the woes of a spear. So I'm not landing that. Think about having your own channel, but you're in too deep over there. Not bad, he only does 2 short streams. Does he really only stream that much? I just assumed he streamed more. But then again, I don't think I've ever checked him out. Mostly because I don't pay attention to like Overwatch or any of the games that he plays. I should not have gone for that. Okay. Got punished way less than I could have. But yeah, regardless, it's something that I should definitely set up. Because there are a bunch of people that I feel like I should support more than I currently do. Why does my spear suck? Because it's a spear. Purely because it's a spear. Doesn't matter what kind of spear, they're just all bad. Logan Paul lost to KSI? I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know of Logan Paul. I don't know what KSI is, and I thought you were going to bed. Everything I know is a lie! Everything I know is a lie. He's not into watching Twitch, it's almost your channel. So he just streams, does his thing, gets off, and he doesn't have like his own Twitch account that he watches on? Because I know that you run that account, obviously. Oh, that's so weird, man. Like, I know some people are that way, like, even some big streamers are that way. But like, that's so weird to me. Like, Twitch for me is such a big community thing. So the thought of just like streaming and getting off and like not talking to anybody is so weird. Like, I think if I streamed like that, I wouldn't get anywhere. I legitimately think my channel would be nothing still. And Tenacious D song. Ooh, I like me some Tenacious D. Yeah, this fight is 3 phases you have to do back to back. Seems like that weapon art is actually really good for after you backstabber here. Yeah, and they fake you out on the 3rd phase. So you beat the 2nd phase, and then they give you a slab. Make you think that you beat it. Yo, that weapon art is so good on the backstab follow-up. I love it. She's free on Friday for you? Had you asked me to earlier, I would have, but now she's dead. So I'll have to ask her next New Game Cycle. Sorry. Sorry, man. Get an Ember for killing Ariandel? I hate that 2nd phase. 3rd phase is great. I do not like 2nd phase. Having to kill Ariandel and just tread around. Pouring alcohol out in memory of those who have passed on was common in ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Pouring one out for the homies is a custom over 3,000 years old and is mentioned in the Bible, the Iliad, and the Odyssey. I didn't know that was an old tradition. Pouring out for the boys. KSI is another YouTuber from Great Britain. Those two had a boxing match and KSI won. Good. I hope it was good content. A fusion of Frida and Half-Light? I'm just imagining Frida, but like suddenly dodge rolling everything and just completely outclassing you. That would be so difficult and so annoying if that was the case. He does have his own Twitch account, but he only jumps on to talk to you when you stream. Have I seen him in your streams then and just didn't know that it was him? I gotta say probably yes. But still, man, like that's so weird to me. I don't think I could be successful that way. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm successful as is, but definitely not without like watching other people's streams and hanging out there. McDuff, I don't think I'm familiar actually with that one. $700,000? Only 18 minutes was not taking account the merch they sold? Damn, man. I mean, hell, that's crazy. Cancels charge up and just parries. He tried to backstab. Yeah, like, it would feel so unfair, and I would probably quit playing. I would probably quit playing right there. Doesn't really care. A year ago, you almost told him to start his own channel, and then he thought, "Wow, let's just have fun with this Twitch thing." Because I mean, like, if he's not streaming a ton, it's not like you're in the situation where if one of you was doing really well and one of you is doing poorly, then it's like holding you back from partnership or something like that. Like, if he doesn't really stream often, it's probably not hurting that much. Right? Like, that's where you run into the thing, is if you have a multiple person channel that, like, one person does really well and the other one doesn't do so hot. Yeah, then you're probably running into some issues there, but yeah, you're probably good at the current circumstances if he doesn't stream a ton. I guess the only weird thing is, like, when it comes down to, like, how you split money and things like that from subs and whatnot, because probably most of it's coming from you if he's not streaming a whole ton. Yo, Posy, how are you doing, man? Fool! What's going on, man? Thank you very much for that very generous host. I hope the runs were not terrible. And I hope everybody from Full Stream is doing well. What's going on, everybody? You just spend it. At this point, it probably is all your money anyway. You're the broadcast fish. Well, I mean, it shouldn't really be more so about who needs it. you know, more or less just that you're the one that's earning it. But, you know, everybody's got their way they handle things. I wish everything had, well, not true, because I do like the weapon art on this, but I just wish everything could dash through the swampy bits. 3 minutes, you gotta start stirring the ramen, so remind you. Yo, we got the, so we talked about it a long time ago, but I got those ramen bowls now from Costco. They're quite good, and it's nice and convenient. It's like, fill it with a little bit of water, put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and boom, good to go. Just spear run across? Yo, you might be onto something there, Not. I should have done that. Maybe we'll have to spear run across the Farron Swamp when we actually get there. Okay, that did actually count though, so that's 2. Hates all things Japanese. I do not hate all things Japanese. Streamer doesn't watch anime, so he hates everything Japanese. Ah, God. Freaking deacons. That's 3. There's the 4th one. So it's 2 R1s for the small guys. Backstab works too, I suppose. You hate Code Vein though, Posy? Really? A lot of people seem to be liking it, and I gotta try it out. Most family-friendly channels you've ever come across? I swear a little bits. I swear a little bits, not gonna lie. I mean, I try and be the friendly part. Family friendly, I don't know. Ever said any profanity? I swear every stream. I definitely swear every stream. Not that I like go out of my way or am like extremely vulgar with it, but there's a lot of fucks and shits around. Now, where are you going, Ornstein? What was that? It like locked onto the other deacon, and then I still got the backstab on the one that I wanted. Oh, that was so weird. That was so weird. Now, give me. Ah, it's not enough damage. Oh, it's not enough. Not good. 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 Wrong guy? It's the one problem with the spear. Is you like always hit the wrong guy. Ah! Who? Ah ha 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 ha! Can we? For the love of God! Jeez, what a mess! What an absolute mess! My goodness. Dude, if I could get, yeah, seriously, if I could get bodyguards like the deacons have, I would be set. I would be absolutely set. I say, oh golly gosh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Golly gee, mister. Yeah, I mean, I don't go out of my way to be like super vulgar and explicit because that's not who I am, but I definitely... I have more interjectory swearing. You know? I have more interjectory swearing. It's not so much like a big part of my sentence structure. Not saying that it doesn't pop in, but there's a lot of just like, shit, fuck. Mostly, especially when I'm playing like, yeah, Mario Maker, that comes out a lot. It's not happy when I swear, so it's not memorable. Yeah, it's not like I'm like actually really pissed off about it. I'm typically like in a pretty calm mood. It's just like, ah, dang. Romania, you don't say we love you. We say Sati Yao Au Familia Lavat, which means your family is my family. Your family is my family, and not your family. There, I'm not dagger dashing. I'm weapon arting across. There you go. Explain my non-Romanian friends that my mom calls. Wait, your mom calls you mom? I try to say other languages and typically fail pretty harshly. But you know what? I like to think that I learned some things along the way. You know. Da, 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 da. Feels like a reskin copy paste clunky DS1, just made to look prettier. Hate the heartbeat blur when on low health. Inconsistent backstabs. Amount of HP on enemies and bosses. Kind of hate how they force your hand to play with a companion. I think you can turn the companion off from what I've heard. A lot of things you don't like about it, but not much into anime, so you can't swallow the mess just because I like the art style. Yeah, see, I haven't played it yet. I've heard good things, but I don't. Oh god. Oh, I am so dead. Right? I think I'm dead. Run, 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 run. Oh god. Big nopes. Big nopes. Hey, Corporal Bugs. Captain Bug? I misread that. Apparently it doesn't matter. Not sure what happened there, but hello and goodbye, maybe? Question mark? Just not your cup of tea, and that's fair. And like, I like DS1. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Not. Yeah, I like DS1. So as far as that goes, yeah, if we're doing comparisons, DS1 is one of my favorite games anyway. So the worst game to ever be made. You're the worst game to ever be made. Your opinion is wrong, and I'm offended, and I hate you. Take it back. Take it back. Kind of build the game around the health bar of bosses. They're saying so they should nerf it. Yeah, that's understandable. Like, if you turn the companion off, it should make the bosses a little bit easier, I would think. Yeah, kind of a reverse thing of like when you summon in Dark Souls, you get higher boss health. Should go the hey now. I have a spear too, you know. I have a spear too, you know. Two can play at this game. Your grandmother called your grandfather grandma once, but is like grandma from the mother's side. So much grandness in that sentence. Much of a problem with boss health? I mean, it might just be like builds and things like that. Comparable to something DS3 though, like nerf the HP of the boss because you're playing at SL1. True. It's like, this is how the game was designed. Yeah, no, I get your reasoning, Luis. That's true. That's actually probably more comparable. Because if the game is built around it and you don't like it, well, that's on you, right? you're deciding to play without a mechanic that's provided to you, and is, I guess, somewhat expected of you. Like, summoning is an online feature, so if you play offline, they can't really force you into having higher boss health. But yeah, I think you're onto something there. Faux show. Like to play some Black Ops again, but everyone in your house is sleeping. Do you rage too much when you play Black Ops? DS1 is liked in the same way DS2 is hated. I like DS2. I have a bias towards DS1 because it's my first Souls game. Talk about something you don't know about. People usually say you're cabbage. There's something messy or badly made, it's cabbage. But that's offensive to cabbage. Like, are you saying that all cabbage is badly made? Oh, ay caramba. This weapon art, man, it's like such a good follow-up to backstabs. It's such a good follow-up to backstabs. Are you kidding me? Try that again. Backstab. L1. Oh, that missed. Something happened there, and like the final hit went through him or something like that. Overkill on the dead body? Check. Health in different games when the damage output can be a lot different. Gimmick, oh god, hello. Well, Posy, how do you know they're not gimmick bosses? Maybe you're just doing it wrong. Alright, let's try this out here. Excellent. Freaking excellent, man. Oh no. Oh shit, why didn't it give me the... Didn't give me the backstab. I feel gypped. Yeah, I think I hit the wall or something on that last one. Oh, the damage is so spicy. It's so spicy. Ah! Get out of here, man. Oh, I love it. And with all this FP that we got, we can do it so many times. On the camp that many bosses in Dark Souls 3 should have more HP, Watches is one of those. You wouldn't mind more health? I actually am in the camp that I wish Abyss Watchers weren't backstabbable. That's where I'm at. You do because people are like level 1000 Master Prestige? Prestige is resetting to level 1 after reaching max level. Well, what is... I mean, does that just mean that the people are really good or just that they play too much? Because, I mean, that can go either way, right? If it's just like experience accumulated over time. Deacons, but it's all a bit... That fight would be at least a little more interesting. Really good and play too much? Okay. That's the worst combination. They're probably really good because they play too much. But like, when a game's been out for a little while, and people have like high prestiges and stuff like that, it can simply be because they've just played so much over the years. And they're not actually good. Like, I remember the Halo Reach, you know, matchmaking rating and stuff. Like, it doesn't go down, it's just accumulated over time. So people playing years later, it's like, oh my god, they're so good. It's like, no, they just never stopped playing for the past 5 years after things died down. Hey, Automender. How are you doing this evening? Halo Remastered Collection Steam release waiting room. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. I want to do like a normal playthrough again of all of them, and then maybe do some... I'm considering doing some solo legendary, but I am quite scared of the original trilogy for it. I've done solo legendary for 4, 5, and Reach, but I'm scared of the original trilogy. Also, I still need to play ODST, so I've never actually played it. Off to rage for a match and then go to sleep. Well, good luck with the match, and good luck not waking up the rest of the house. Take care, man. It was good to see you again. Please fall in the hole. Please fall in the hole. Alright. Is he still alive at the bottom here? Oh, he is. He's most certainly alive at the bottom here. Well, that worked. Oh god. Oh no, no, no. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Saved. Saved. It's 4:20 a.m. and he's not sleeping. What a personality. Huh. It's interesting that somebody else who is living in a time zone where it is 4:20 a.m. is saying that and is also not sleeping. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Halo and Halo 2 are pretty hardcore and legendary, at least some missions in 1 are. Yeah, like, there are a few missions in particular that I feel like I will just dread if I decide to go through with it. Namely, like, the library. Just the thought of the library on Legendary makes me start to curl up on the inside. Really? How did I manage to roll that, like, just a hair too early? Damn. Library 2 weeks ago on Legendary. It was a lot of fun, a lot of checkpointing. I don't know, like, it's one of those things that the accomplishment and stuff, it's a good, like, achievement to get, right? Like, self-achievement, something to stream, you know, making the progress through it. But at the same time, you know, it could be a slog and a lot of, like, well, on this stream, we tried to do the same thing over and over and over again, and we failed. And I don't know if that would end up becoming too tedious of a stream and would no longer be good content at that point. That's kind of where... Shouldn't be that bad. I'm a pro. Oh yeah, you know it. I'm the best. Oh, did I miss? Did I miss the final hit of that? Vanessiel, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, I need to be a little careful here. Ah, dang it, I rolled that early. Get a really bad checkpoint 2 seconds away from getting shot by a hunter. Or running out of ammo. I think that's the thing that concerns me. It's like checkpointing with like minimal ammo. We're gonna have to wait this out. Should be a good opportunity. Yeah, see, there we go. The first time, I definitely rolled that, but the first time it didn't land all the hits. So that does... That attack does pretty nice damage to a lot of these bosses so far. That was awkward. Ah, yes. Most excellent. Woo! Just out of range. So yeah, when it finally comes out, depending on what we have going on for games, I think that will help decide things. I like never expect the circle to come from the inside there. Yeah, I think if we're struggling for content or need like a good challenge to work on, then that might be something. But I do have some single player games that we need to get through. Still trying to figure out if I want to go back to Subnautica. I want to play through Hollow Knight. I want to play through Outer Worlds. I don't think we'll play Death Stranding, just because it's not. I don't think it's a great game for me to stream personally. Trying to think what else we've got. Ghost of Tsushima will bring it. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I'm hoping that game releases sometime soonish. This stream is sponsored by Elder Scrolls. What's up, Tiger? Since when is it sponsored by Elder Scrolls? This is news to me. Trying to remember, where are we going now? Right, we have to go back to here. Because I gotta go Walnir. That's where I'm going. It's been delayed-ish? Ooh. Actually, another game that I want to play that I just saw... So, I mentioned it in Discord earlier today. I haven't played any of, like, the auto-battler games. But... Hearthstone Battlegrounds is, like, in beta right now. But I kind of want to try that out. Just because, like, it brings back the Hearthstone vibes for me, but it's a different thing. I don't have to worry about, like, collecting cards and keeping up with the meta and stuff. So that should be fun, hopefully. Not that we play that all the time, but it might be a fun thing just to have to play from time to time. Got an ESO ad on the way in? Oh, okay. Well, we have played ESO. I do like it, so I guess I support the ad. They made a Hearthstone MMO? Yeah, I think they called it like World of Warcraft or something like that. I don't know if it's any good. What do you guys think? Streamer, are you some kind of stupid? Man, that feeling when you don't do enough damage. Oh no. Give me your hand. I don't know if it did the... I don't know if it did the full lightning damage or not. I don't think so. Enjoy playing Death Stranding. Over time it can become a short stream poison. Fun to watch for a bit. Wacky story reactions. Music might or might not get parts of the VOD muted. Make it a little tedious to watch after a while since the main gameplay loop is very mechanically dense. Hiking simulator. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think that streaming it would be the way to go. And I don't, if I have free time where I can play games, I'm gonna stream. So I think that's just gonna be a game I have to write off. Yeah, even if it is really good. You'd stop watching me, Nari? Well, at least you're being honest with me. At least you're being honest with me, man. How are you doing, sir? Ever you see the Walnir boss fight? You remember the guy that was making no-hit strats? Got in one time and he was trying to bleed Walnir. Hey, man, you gotta make sure you exhaust all of your options. You gotta make sure you exhaust all of your options. Alright, I'm gonna try and do the weapon art to the face here and see if it works. Okay, not enough damage. Not enough damage. Run away. Oh god. Oh god. Are we doing this? Oh, he's like lightning resistant, isn't he? Okay, okay, I see you, I see you. That, like, didn't hit. You have to, like, hit, oh god. How did that hit me? I'm gonna die. That, okay, I tried to strafe it, but apparently all of that is a mistake. That was lucky. Oh god, don't eat me. Ooh, boy. I tried to just hit that last little bit, man. I tried to just... He had a sliver of health. He had a sliver of health. I tried. I asked him why you try and bleed him. I was just checking the resistance. The man is bones. He's got nothing to bleed. I mean, if he did bleed, though, that would just be bone marrow, right? Definitely not a no-hit cosplay stream? Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not a deathless cosplay either. You know, we just out here having some fun with it. No, that's pretty funny, Posy. I mean, I commend the man for fully vetting as many strats as possible. But that's just one that I feel like should have been a little more obvious, I suppose. Look at these no-hit strats. Super consistent, right? Aw, man, rip run. Oh man. Yeah, I like how that's the rip run. As if we didn't just get smacked around by the Pontiff Beast. You've never been in a castle before? I don't believe I've been in a castle either, so we're in the same boat. It's okay. We can long for castles together. It's like climbing 3 hours up a mountain, then climbing 3 hours down and saying you went to the beach. Well, what if there was a beach at the bottom of the mountain? Maybe you did. Don't get the game after like 6 hours of gameplay, you get 10 minutes of action, everyone goes, see, this ain't a walking simulator. Yeah, but like, I don't know, you can provide content through a walking simulator. There are sights to be seen and things like that. Catch the same boat to a castle? Yeah, we'll ride around the moat together. It'll be a good time. You've watched people play games you find boring? You watch a lot of Destiny streams? Chill with chat because the gameplay is... Yeah, and that's fair. It's just like, you have to have people that will get over you know, what the game is and care more about just hanging out with the streamer. Obviously, a lot of times people are going to care what the game is, but you know, finding those good people that don't really care what you're playing and just watch whatever, those are the true homies. Content with Euro Truck? Dude, there are people that are partnered fully off of Euro Truck and similar simulator games. So, hey, all the power to those people. It's like a racing sim. People are playing it for what it is, but people are defending Death Stranding. Like, you set threats to their... It's because people love Kojima. Too many question marks on the map? Too many. But, like, what if you have... Maybe it's just a question simulator. Maybe it's just a Q&A simulator, and you go to all the questions and have everything answered. Yeah, we can be simulating a lot of things. Is that just Family Feud? Minus the family part. Because The Witcher is, he is a man on his own. When does the Witcher Netflix series release? Full-time Family Feud on Super Nintendo streamer? What's going on, Ryan? How have you been, dude? I think... No, Family Feud. I think we had like a Wheel of Fortune game for the Wii. Was there actually a Family Feud game on the Super Nintendo? I wouldn't be fully surprised if there was. I just didn't have a Super Nintendo, so... Didn't really browse the market on games for that console. It's terrible. Great. That means it's probably a lot of fun. What's a long body part that begins with the letter P? You know, I'm trying to think of anything that's not penis. But that could also be a short body part that begins with the letter P. I was trying to think of like bone names and things like that, but I am not so much a biologist. Steve Harvey should not be having a surprise face that's what I said. What else? Please give me, I would like phalanges. How about that? My answer is phalanges. You got like the creepy lady with the really long fingers. Pancreas or something? The pancreas is a long body part. Okay. Answer is car, and you write a bunch of things. It'll count the right answer as long as the letter exists in the right order. It doesn't matter what's between them. That's just a really bad algorithm. So does that mean that, like, is there a character input limit? I guess that was their way of trying to be smart and like catching spelling errors, but instead it can just be completely circumvented. Because if it's if there's no limit, you just type the alphabet out over and over and over again for however many letters you think might be available. And then boom, problem solved. Oh, I walked out in front too soon. Okay. Slight problem. We only have a stab. I didn't even see the wind-up animation there. What the heck? Okay, I might have to go like this so that we can get the hand on the way back. If I even can get it. This is gonna be so bad because I cannot for the life of me hit the head. In some cases, the rolling R1 might be good. Yeah, I think my best bet is actually gonna be this stupid attack and just hitting the hand on the way back. Don't remember there being a character limit. There's a time limit. I'm sure someone speedruns it out there using the optimized way. Picture people screaming out an optional optimal string of letters IRL and Family Feuded with. Yeah, they actually just like process the voice into letters and then run it across the algorithm to say if it's a valid response or not. Well, that does good damage, so thank goodness. Thank goodness that your is weak to lightning damage. Hey, Cyberdog. String of letters that would hit every English word? I'm sure there's some... Well, yeah, what the minimal thing is? Well, I guess you'd have to go by, like, number of letters, and the problem is you could get, like, multiple word answers as well. Good old gimmick fight, except when you're not using the gimmick. Things aren't so easy anymore, are they? 27 to the 27? What's the extra letter here, Luis? And yes, we suddenly are adding the tilde to the English alphabet. Whoops. Any tricky moves? Not really. Sometimes I find them more difficult actually if you're trying to use Storm Ruler, just because you gotta find openings to charge it. Otherwise, if you just stand in front of him and limit his moveset, it's pretty easy. He is just a meat shield. Dang it, that was my opportunity to hit his head, and I went right in between the head and the arm. I just wish both hands, like, counted towards... towards the, stagger buildup. Excellent. I do like how that made, like, little blood animations. We missed one of the charges, so we lost out on a little bit of damage, but all in all, not too bad, actually. But yeah, I mean, like most bosses, if you stay in a certain kind of spot, you can limit the boss's moveset. So, you know, he can do jump attacks and such, but if you always are just standing right in front of you, he's never gonna do it. No, Yorm, you stay. Stay right there. I want to try and hit him with that. I don't know if you have to like land a certain number of hits. That works. Kind of aim it up at his head and shoot the lightning there. That works. Forget the double L and double R part of the Spanish alphabet. L, E, E, M, E, N, E, N, E, O, P, Q, R, R, S, T, Q, R, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, U, V, W, X, Y, Y, Z, Z, yo sé el alfabeto. Ole. Yeah, I still remember the Spanish alphabet song that we learned in middle school. So, there's also Che. The CH is also in the Spanish alphabet. There's the other one that's different. Because it's A, B, C, Che, D, A, F, A. But yeah, that's kind of getting to the end of my Spanish knowledge, so don't question me too much. I took Spanish years ago. I'm surprised I remember the things that I do. There's also still part of me. So we were doing some honeymoon planning stuff, getting excursions and whatnot booked, which is exciting and expensive. But it always keeps bringing me back to, should I get back to trying to learn a little bit of Italian so that when we're in Italy, I actually understand some things. Probably wouldn't really be able to speak all that much, but could be interesting. Cause like I took Spanish in high school or middle school, high school for 2 years, and then a semester in college, and then in college, I think it was around the time that I did my co-op. I tried to learn Italian for a little bit, and there's like a lot of similarities with Spanish, so it wasn't too bad. But then I stopped. I think my problem is I don't have like any sort of context to actually make use of it. So it's hard to really ingrain it when like I don't have people that I speak it with or like have any real reason to know it. Becomes kind of hard to really make it second nature at all. All right, well, this should be fun. 1-1 for no parry Pontiff, 2-2 for Cestus parries with Pontiff. I need some help. Need some help deciding. So I can wait here and get a drink before we start the fight. Two. We're doing some Cestus parries. Test and see how good my parry skills still are. Why does it feel like suddenly there's a hair in my mouth? How the hell does that even happen? There's like nothing around. Okay. Ornstein doesn't parry. But yeah, you're right. Ornstein doesn't parry. All right, well, I guess that proves it. I guess we're going no parry. Botch the opening parry, Ornstein doesn't parry. And here we are. Oh. Does that just mean my rolling attack is too slow? Maybe I shouldn't be punishing on that? Walk under that one. Because sometimes it's not. Yeah, like there. Sometimes it's not the right call to go for it. Okay, I wasn't sure if that has a fast follow-up or not. Fortunate. Very, very fortunate. I'm definitely gonna hit him with that during like the phase transition though. He does that attack, poke him. Okay. I don't like when the Shade and him get disconnected. I don't. Also, I wish that the lightning attack happened, That's not really that fair. I can't dodge two things at once, you jerk faces. Oh, come on. I just want this guy. I just want to kill the Phantom, but he's too elusive. Oh, I don't have stamina. Okay. I ran back into, okay, that's what I get for trying to go for the lightning snipe from a distance. Hey, Hamstermancer, how are you doing? There we go. We in it, boys. We in it. The Shade is gone. Time to dance. Time to dance. Hey, Awesome Ninja, what's going on? How are you doing? Oh, shit. Back step. Oh no, 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 no. My stamina is low. My willpower is lower. Heal. Oh, that's the asshole. Oh god. Don't have the stamina. Jesus. Oh boy. Oh boy. I do not like this Sam I am. Ah! Misread what the attack was. Woo! Okay. I apologize if that may have peaked the mic, but we out here. We out here. Not perfect though, because I would have insta-killed you as you entered. Yeah, I have to do like a gliding attack across the floor and kill you, right? That would... See, but that would be too overpowered. I could do some sort of like cheat engine trickery so that all I do is just glide around and insta-kill anything that I come in contact with. Now that would be a better run. That would be a better run. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking. Or sorry, Dark Souls. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what we're going for, right? Gotta try and make sure his legend lives on. You see use Blood Ring on Pontiff if you don't parry. Yeah. See, like at this point though, I don't know. I don't think that Blood Ring would do much for me, especially the damage trade-off on New Game Plus 7 of how much more damage I would take in comparison to what I already do. I think it would just be way more detrimental. Will I bork for you? Bork, bork. I don't think that was a great bork, but I tried my borkest. Did NG Plus run? Were you summon people to watch them do the boss? Got a good watch on Pontiff. Did that jump and slam attack? Wiped out your summons? Waved to them before Pontiff finished them off? I take your NG Plus pacifist run and I raise you an NG Plus 7 pacifist run that we did. Everybody basically entered with like NG Plus characters. A few of the fights took a long time. I think we beat all bosses, or chat beat all bosses in 12 hours. It was a long stream, but it was a lot of fun. We even managed to glitch out Demon Prince. Demon Prince second phase had 1 HP, which, like, thank God for the summons and for the length of the stream that happened. You just had randoms? Okay, they were probably like, what the hell, man? Why isn't this guy doing anything? Like, I was just in full observation mode. I actually think it should be on YouTube too, if anybody wants to check that out. I dressed up like the Firekeeper in game and then summoned people in. The only thing I could do was heal. So I just had like healing spells and would run around trying to heal, get close to people and heal them and keep them alive. Meanwhile, they're all just trying to take the boss out. Struggling with the endgame of your DS3 run? Don't recognize this armor? I believe that you get this armor set from Irithyll. So when you're running through... When you're going to... towards Pontiff, right? From the Distant Manor bonfire. You come through the room where Siegmeyer is, and then you come into the room with the Silver Knights. When you go upstairs in there, in the chest, I believe that this is in here. Right? Isn't that where it is? Or is that Smo's stuff? I'm trying to remember. This might actually be... Is this post Nameless King? Now I'm blanking on where the armor is. Okay, Smo's stuff is up there. This is after Nameless King. So when you beat Nameless, his armor is lying in that strip after the bonfire. My bad. I apologize for the misinformation there. His counterpart is upstairs there. There we go. Kill the 2 princes now and go through a dragon area that's kicking your butt. Dragon area. Please do explain. Me playing through this is probably spoiling things for you anyway, but Nameless King is an optional boss in the main game. And it's pretty out of the way. So if you have not done those areas, then yeah, that would be exactly why you have not stumbled across this yet. Dragon area right before Nameless? Well, I don't know how you talk. That is right before Nameless. But I didn't know if there's some other dragon-esque area that I'm not thinking of. Full of snake men? There's a giant gimmick boss dragon? Okay, yeah, so you're almost there. The next boss fight in that area is Nameless King. Oh no, I hit the wall with it. Shit. I'm trying to do fancy things, Aldrich. Just let me have it. Thank you. Thank you kindly. You know, the thing I appreciate about this weapon art is that it's not just like a fun weapon art to use, it's actually useful. The thing we run into a lot of times is that the weapon arts don't do you much good, and it's better to just do R1s, but it actually does some pretty decent lightning damage if you hit him with the full combo. That being said, this next boss is not gonna really take too kindly to to lightning damage, so fortunately, though, this isn't a boss fight that really has, like, great openings for it anyway, so it's fine. Alright. Let's get to it. But yeah, so, Hamster, do you have the DLCs? As well? You do? Nice. Because that... I mean, the main game has some nice fights, but the DLCs are very, very good. There's what, 2 DLCs and 6 bosses, and I would say that 4 of them are great. 4 of them are some of my favorites in the series. Come on, just want to run over the armor. Thank you. My job here is done. Alright, so let's get these guys distracted. So many games to play, you still need a DLC for this and Bloodborne? Do it, man. I mean, the DLCs for this and Bloodborne are some of the best DLCs in the series. I mean, all of the it's hard, because all of the DLCs from Soft are good. I think that some of their best content has been in their DLC. Just in 29 months. Damn, dude. That's freaking... It's almost 2.5 years that this whole affiliate thing has been around. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you so much, man. How have you been? How is school going? And I hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Welcome back, sir. Something doesn't seem quite right about this. Can anybody tell me what is not right about this? I don't know, maybe the game is working as intended. Or there's some sort of mysterious ledge. See, because if you turn... Well, it was good while it lasted. I was wondering if I actually was on some sort of like little ledge that maybe I could like inch around the side on and get to somewhere that I'm not supposed to be. Dislocate your kneecap while playing tennis? Damn, dude, that's some pretty intense tennis you got going on there. Is your knee okay? Like, you all good, man? Sure, don't run around Ornstein. That's fine. Just unlocate it? Well, he already did unlocate it. He needs to relocate it. You know? Just remove the kneecap. I mean, that might solve the problem of it being dislocated, but I think you run into some other issues by removing the kneecap. Happened last night. You went to urgent care today, got some x-rays taken. Doesn't look like you tore or broke anything. Really swollen and hurts a lot. So it popped back into place then? Come back if it's not better in a week? Yeah, that's probably just like a ice it and take care of it type of thing. If you didn't like disturb anything else, then it's probably... Oh, you popped it back. No, because I've seen some dislocated stuff, and the popping it back in is just ah. Yeah, no, I think we're done with it, Ronan. I think we're done with it. Justin, I hope you feel better, but that is all for today. No, we're done here. Nobody wants the gruesome details. See, the problem here is I'm busy with the boss fight and I can't time out Justin. So we all do too? No, you lived it so we don't have to. You feel me? You suffered so that we don't have to. It's kind of like a Jesus type of thing, except not. Because that's blasphemous. Oh god. Oh god. Justin dislocated his kneecap for our sins. The Jesus. Whatever helps you sleep at night, sir. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Oh! Jesus Christ. But I'm picturing that in the voice of like a Monty Python character. Jesus Christ! When they've encountered the killer rabbit. Jesus Christo. Oh. Hold on. Oh. Never mind. I lied. Giant meatball incoming. Ha! Snipe? Snipe. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took a Jesus to the knee. You what, mate? You what? Patelum father. Yeah, the poor pilgrim butterflies, they didn't deserve to suffer like that. Although, you know, I suppose it is deserved. They puppeteered our Mr. Dragonslayer army. Dragonslayer army. That's way worse than a Dragonslayer armor. My goodness. You just see a bunch of like Ornsteins running around trying to kill you. I wouldn't want to mess with that. That's probably how the dragons end. Elden Ring boss confirmed. The enemy shield is too damn big when he slams it in your face. Hurts you as much as the sword swing. Hey man, that dude works out both arms evenly. Gwen OST? That Gwen OST is Holla Back Girl, right? I would like to request a mod that replaces Gwen's soundtrack with Holla Back Girl. I think that would fit the lore quite well. It's not just gonna happen like that, cause it ain't no holla back girl, it ain't no holla back girl. Love to do, cause I know that you're toxic. That's Brittany though. What's Brittany gotta do with Gwen? Hold up, sir. Hold up. Deacons, but his DSA, Ornstein, Smo, and Gwen. Well, yeah, maybe there's a reason why we haven't gotten a boss, like an enemy randomizer yet. Gwen for first Holla Back Girl. Yes. But yeah, there's a reason why we haven't gotten the enemy randomizer in DS3. It's because nobody wants to endure what Deacons will become. That fight would become such a cluster. And I think part of it too is the fact that, I don't know, maybe it's something hard because of the way that the red orb like transfers between and all of that. All demon praise. Just end me now. Like enemy randomizer would be fun in DS3, but that sounds so painful. That sounds so painful. In the Four Kings arena, but doesn't everything just die in the Four Kings arena? Unless it's actually Four Kings? Because they're not programmed to not die in the Abyss? No, they don't. I know some fights are kind of butchered because of some of the mechanics with like enemy randomizer and different flags. Like some enemies can damage each other, some can't, depending on if the fight already includes multiple enemies. All different little caveats like that. Are we getting the triple buff? Oh, the RNG. What beautiful RNG. No hit runners are jealous everywhere. The fabled triple buff. Alright. So now we should be good for princes. Tinker with some stuff, because you remember seeing a boss fight in Ceaseless Arena? Okay, because I think... Well... Yeah, because I feel like at some point things would be like T-posed. Or they would just immediately die. I know that like the enemies, at least, in that area... You know, the lava like by Ceaseless. Where the demons normally are, like where the Capra demons and Taurus demons normally are, like those all just would die because they're not programmed to resist the fire. Deacons, but it's just an army of rats. That is actually a boss in DS2. We're the rats. I still don't think I fully can like recognize like at a glance which is the like mohawk rat. It like takes me a little bit to like look around and be like, ah, that's the one. I don't have that instant recognition. But then again, I haven't played DS2 enough to really study all of the things. Rat Authority. I mean, the other rat fight is pretty annoying. The one with the toxic, like, giant rat dog thing. Rats, rats, we're the rats. Oh dear. You would think after all this time that I would, like, know the lyrics to that song by now. I do want to at some point, maybe it'll just be for the final kill, but I do want to make use of the weapon art. Here maybe? Nope. That ain't it, dog. That ain't it. Just facing the entire wrong way. I wonder if you could fit it in there, just because of the amount of time I had. Probably would still miss. Streamer, that's what she said. Aha! Omega Lamau. Omega Lamau? Omega Lamau? Poke him in the butt. I tried to strafe that. Tried to heal. Yeah, I don't have the moves memorized or I don't know why I tried to strafe. I don't know why I ever try and strafe in this attack or in this fight, because I don't know when I'm supposed to. Whew. 20 Havels and a Crystal Sage. That sounds awful. Why would anybody want to fight that? I rolled it. Oh! Frames! Just enough of them. Wait, does the rolling attack do more? Hold the phone. Does the rolling attack actually do more damage on this fight? I would like to say that I tried. Haha! Haha, nice. Nice try there, buddy boy. Yeah, that does 342, whereas the thrust damage does 326. I guess there's a weakness here to... Ah, dang it. Come on, I want to get the kill with the weapon art, man. No one ever wants to have any fun. Early. I don't think I did any damage to Lothric either. Yeah, it doesn't do any damage through to the backside. will say though, it does big damage to Lorien. It does actually do big damage to Lorien. So overall, still not bad. Really not all that bad. Okay, so Profane Capital. Right, that's next? I think so. I think Profane Capital is next, because we want to go to Wyvern and Nameless. Which is perfect, because we were just talking about Wyvern and Nameless, so I'll be able to show off exactly where we need to go. Although, that is also very spoilery, so be warned. Don't say I didn't tell you. 2 Curse Rod Greatwood Tree Boys, Yorm and a Crystal Lizard. I like how this gets progressively worse and worse the more ideas we come up with. Hey, Bjorsen. 1 beefy HP bar? Oh, it's as beefy as you can get. Do you like it? I actually don't know, can it? I think that's capped out on size, but we even have Ring of Favor +3 on. So I don't know if it moves any further, but we've definitely maxed out on our HP, I believe. Deacons, but it's just Medea. I don't think there's a room big enough to fit all of that. And the amount of rendering that your CPU would need to do, you're just gonna crash your computer trying to load that fight. Would not recommend. Oh my god. They all go into simultaneous laser? I mean, it would be one hell of a rave. Don't get me wrong. That'd be the rave of the century. But you are dead. You are certainly dead. I don't think there's any feasible way to be like, yes, I am going to dodge all of that. Because, like, depending on where they're at, you know, like, that's not gonna go so well. So you just get to second phase and you hope and you pray. And you're trying to find the Archmedeer. The head of all Medeers, slightly larger than the rest. Wears a different, different robe and crown. Now I'm just picturing all the Medeers dressed up like deacons. Like, it's still Medeer, but they're wearing clothes. It's actually a pretty funny image. Alright, we should be able to... We should still be able to do the plunge attack. I don't see why not. I just hope that Ancient Wyvern cooperates. Wearing clothes while standing upward? That'd be so tall. No! Well, this might be bad. Yeah, it might be a smart thing to bone. I feel like I'm probably dead being down this far. Wow, okay, maybe not. Saved? Question mark? Saved. Okay. Okay. Works for me. Genuine shock on that one. I did not think we were coming out of that alive, let alone getting the quick plunge. Oh no, what is happening to me? Oh no! Oh. Where am I? Am I a Dragonslayer in a dragon's world? What kind of dream is this? Oh no, it's Dark Souls. 5 Havels, 4 Dragonslayer armor, 3 Crystal Sages, 2 Nameless Kings, and Midir in a pear tree. What kind of fucked up pear tree are we looking at that Midir fits in it? I mean, I know we're going Christmas parody here, but let's ask the real questions. How big does your pear tree have to be that Midir is like, you know what? I'ma just chill up in this tree. I mean, seriously. And like, is it like Midir is supposed to look like a partridge? You know, very small in comparison to the rest of the tree? Because if so, that bumps the requirements up a huge amount. Probably have to be a dragon fruit tree. You funny boy. You funny boy. Let's see what you did there. Yggdrasil? I have no idea what that is. You're the best. You have been crowned the best. Yes. I will hand my crown over if I had one. So it is merely just a title. You have my title now. I can no longer say I'm the best. I am the second best now. You imagine? So like, I know sometimes like I'll mess around when I beat a boss and I'll be like, I'm the best. Can you imagine if you're like sitting there watching a streamer for the first time and they beat something, they have like some hype moment and they're like, I'm the second best, and it's like, you what now? Who? Like, just leave this like eternal question of who is the best, but never tell them. Always be like, I'm the second best, but just never clue anybody into who the best actually is. Top donor is the best. Oh, is that so? Does that make Subaru the best? Actually, Subaru is not the top donor. He's the top bidder, but top dono is a little bit more than that. But Silverwolf hasn't even been around in a long time. Probably busy with school, I presume. Can you spell that number out for me, please, so it's more clearly readable? Thank you. Worth it. So worth it. Oh, baby. The lightning is just so good. The lightning is just so good on him. Charge right in and knock him down. Alright, lightning though does not work on Nameless though. So 227 for a stab. 228 wow, such big differences in rolling attack versus the stab. Guess it really doesn't matter what I do. Guess I'm not gonna try and bait the jab attack. Hey Xenion, how are you doing? Sure, I guess. Why not? I need to reserve just a wee bit of stamina. What if Deacons just didn't exist? How about that? That might solve a lot of our problems here. And then it would be like, guys, I got a concept for a boss. What about a bunch of deacons and like a pope? But you gotta figure out which one to kill.
and bonus 1. I'm the 198,275,925,375,378th best.
Thank you, Luis. I needed to hear that. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you for the bits, sir. I didn't have stamina. Rip the perfect fight. It was going too well, TBH. Yo, Lefty Jack. How are you doing? That's 292 damage. That's how much his, oh, I didn't want to do that yet. That's how much his resistance is to lightning. I didn't reach. Stamina is still very much so a thing at New Game Plus 83. Okay. Still is very much so a thing. Using lightning on Nameless is good times. Made it work though. Yeah, we did. It's really nice for first phase. Doesn't Shadows of Yharnam? I still think my best worst idea is replacing all of the reindeer in Frigid Outskirts with what's his name? Shit, the DLC boss from Bloodborne, the weird horse guy. Why did I completely forget what he's called? But yeah, out here, if you're still here, out here is where you find Ornstein's armor. Yeah, Ludwig. Yeah. That would be the worst, I think, idea, is just replace all of the reindeer in Frigid Outskirts with Ludwig. Every time someone says Frigid Outskirts out loud, gamers everywhere get a chill up their spines. It's how you know. Yeah, you've been going about your day, you get that chill up your spine, you don't know what it was about. Somebody mentioned Frigid Outskirts, and your body just innately had flashbacks. Instead of horses, it's Midirs? Yeah, but like, I feel like you'd see Midir coming, right? Just because of his sheer size. Also, how do you think Midir would do in cold weather? I don't know if he would hold up very well or not. Make the fog real thick, just like... Well, I mean they do, but you can still see like a little bit. Just make it pitch black. For the truest of difficulties. Like the dark of night with all the fog. There's no way you're seeing anything. The skeleton wheels? Skeleton wheels are, if it's DS1 skeleton wheels, that is. The Dark of Dark Souls? I should do the, at some point we should do the DS3 mods where it's like the, Dark Souls or whatever, or Dark Souls, and, first person mod combined. Pay one bro wheels haunt your dreams. Yes, those are the that and the ones like right before Pinwheel. But yeah, going downstairs there in the painted world to go and spin the machine there, or the mechanism, I guess. Streamer just describes the game. Do you guys remember the one? It was a long time ago, so I don't remember who all remembers. But there was one time where we like, I just made the screen black, and then described what I was doing. I mean, it only lasted like 5 minutes, but. I'm rolling, I'm attacking, the enemy is coming at me. Like, it was super dumb, but it was pretty funny. Oh god, that was a little bit too close for comfort. Worth or not worth? It was almost not worth, because if he didn't body block me there like I was planning on him doing, I would have just ran right off the ledge. A little bit calculated, just a little bit. All the way down to the finest decimal place. Mini meteors, they're easy to hide in the fog, they still hit like a truck. The deadliest swarm of flies. What, they all start flying at you doing the fire breath attack? And you have no ground left to safely stand free of the flame. Oh. Running through the frigid outskirts, and Osiris just insta charges you out of the fog. Oh my god. That'd be so bad. Yeah, not to mention he's that bluish color, so he would kind of blend in with the wintry atmosphere. The lightning damage should hopefully help on this fight. Probably can't do, well actually, you know what, I might be able to do a little bit when one goes into groggy, or when they're both in groggy phase of doing the weapon art. Yeah, I think you might be onto something. Like, Ludwig's definitely rough, but I think Osiris in that situation, small and many, would be probably worse. Ah, that's not where I wanted to roll. I got caught by Demon in Pain's arm. Damn it. See, that's... Okay. I got caught so many times, wow. I don't even know, do I have? Do I have anything to heal Toxic? I like didn't know what to do. Bleed. Cures poison. These are resistances. FP. I don't think I have anything. I don't actually think I have anything to cure Toxic with. Well, alright. I guess that's deserved. But I know that I'm toxic. I do know that I'm toxic. It came true. Also, Cable Black, welcome back, dude. How are you? Alright, let's not get body blocked trying to roll away from the Toxic. That would be great! I always find, like, the best ways to die when we're deathless. Can never just have a nice clean run, you know? Might have a spell for it? Oh, I have all of the spells. But then I'd be breaking cosplay, you know? What the hell? I got the double tap right there. Okay. Demon princes, why you bully? Alrighty then. That was quite interesting. You know what? I'm gonna be super paranoid about toxicity now. Okay, so if it doesn't fully connect, you really don't get a lot of damage. It has to be a full connection. Oh, no, 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 no. This is a good fight, but man, is like... First phase so rough. Second phase is a lot of fun. First phase is rough though. Felipe Snow, thank you very much for the follow. What's going on? Alright, yeah, let's do the poison dance. Or the toxic dance. Lightning in the butthole. Ay caramba. I just want to not be smacked by him when he's spitting his toxicity everywhere. Or it's better on humanoid enemies. Yo, it works well on some of the bosses. Hey Waffles, this is New Game Plus 83 at the moment. Playing against League players? Ah, yes, that kind of toxicity. Is this what League players look like when they're angry? I've got some visual of like the Demon Prince like sitting behind a keyboard, sitting behind their monitor, just raging. Leveled it all since last time? Yeah, we get 5 levels per new game cycle. So I think I've put on 5 or 6 levels. A little bit from the souls I have, and then 5 from Yol. Okay. You know what? Speaking of souls, I'm gonna pick up my 7 million. Not exactly worth it. Worth it for the fun of it, not worth it for the damage taken versus received. Taken versus received. Good job. The damage dealt versus received. How about that? That might be a more comprehensible English sentence. Better to give than receive? No, better to take than receive. What level? We are 762. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely getting to max level. Uh-oh. My favorite attack! Is this gonna be worth it? I don't know. No. You need to like do it into the leg or something if you want that to work. Definitely can't lock onto the body because you're just gonna miss. I feel like we've done the Siegmeyer run, haven't we? Whoops. I feel like we've done that run already. Ooh, shit. That was bad positioning. Well, there's Siegward and Siegmeyer. It's the same thing, right? Are you feeling it now? Casablanca! Please tell me that somebody watched that video that I posted in Discord. Siegmeyer's DS1. I forgot what his name was in DS3 for a moment. Squidward of Katarina? Yes. But please tell me somebody watched that video I posted in Discord of the, I did it with Storm Ruler. I guess there's one other build, right? Ah, shit, yeah. Where it's the SpongeBob cast, and they did like a scene from, they voice overed a scene from Singing in the Rain, Casablanca, and The Godfather. If you haven't, I highly recommend looking at that video that I posted in Discord. It's so funny. It's an old video. I think it's in the meme section. I love the way that Squidward said, in Casablanca! Oh, it's so good. Zweihander and Pierce Shield? Okay. Whoops. I just missed out on the riposte there because I'm a dummy. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this. Yamenko? Thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so we can do that one. That's true. Zweihander! Pierce Shield does mean no parries. But hey, I mean, we did no parries this run. The only thing we ever parry on is Pontiff anyway. And it's not like we can't do, right? It's not like we can't not parry. It's just I'm better at parrying him typically. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I mean, I probably find it funnier than it is, but every time I have watched that video, I have died laughing. I think it's so funny. Just to hear the SpongeBob cast voiceover those films. I wish they did more of it. Oh no. The Body Army! Lua, thank you very much. How is it going, guys?
You must cut down the mighty.
Welcome on in, everybody, from Lua's stream. Oh no, the Bonnies are here. The Bonnies are here. Quick Zero, thank you for the follow. Grizz, Charney, Light, Surion, Alti. How are you guys doing? Mephistopheles, I see you in there. Hot Space, welcome back. How are you guys all doing? Azure Y, thank you for the follow as well. How are you guys doing? How was the stream, Lua, if you are in here already? Oh yeah, the Bonnie Army raids hard. The Bonnie Army raids hard. Yeah, Waffles, we'll do an Onion Bro one. We will, because I've only done one of his builds. There are others. Totally not Castiana. How are you doing? Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Colby. I guess I should introduce myself. We play a lot of different things nowadays. We've played a lot of Souls in the past, so this is just a once or twice a week thing nowadays. We have way too many hours on this character. We're almost at max level. New game plus 83. Play a lot of DS3, Mario Maker as of late, and I hope you guys are all doing well. How was the stream, Lua? You're watching me kill Demon Prince? Oh man, so the pressure was on and I didn't even know it. How good is keyboard and mouse for this game? I believe keyboard and mouse in this game is not terrible. It's definitely better than the earlier entries to the series. I don't think it's necessarily the best, but I think it's all personal preference. I know a few really good players of the game that use mouse and keyboard. You did Dark Souls Remastered on keyboard and mouse? You hated it? Well, yeah, DS1 and DS2, I do not think are good for it at all. DS3, I think it is usable. Tried to convince her to raid mid-fight, but she wanted to be nice. You could have raided mid-fight. I could have handled it. I could have handled it. She was good. You could finish all the things on that zoo. Took everything, even putting a flamingo in the crocodile area. Whoa. Whoa now. Are we sacrificing birds to crocs now? I don't... That seems just wrong. That seems just wrong. Love Dark Souls Remastered, DS2 not so much. I mean, everybody's got their preferences. I enjoy all of them. DS1 has a soft spot in my heart, being my first Souls game. I love DS3. DS2 is also a very good game, especially the DLCs. A Thanos of Planet Zoo? Oh, you mean a Thanos like this? Totally not Castiana. B. Johnson, thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. Just for 1 second, the game required you to have 20 different animals being 85% happy. Simply didn't have the space to build more enclosure. So did putting the flamingo in the crocodile enclosure make the crocodile really happy for a split second? It was like super satisfied that dinner was gonna be served. Although I'm sure it was very sad when you suddenly took the flamingo away. But at that point, I guess the achievement was already gotten, so it didn't matter. Should collapse on itself at that point? I mean, you think this is crazy. This is nothing. So Tony One Kenobi has already done it, and Ghostatius is on his way to doing it. But there are some streamers that have gone to New Game Plus 999. That being said, I've done all bosses every playthrough. So I could definitely be at a much higher New Game cycle if I did any percent every time. But yeah, there are some people that have no life this way more than I have. Hybrid flamingo baby, and you had to kill it before it evolved into Godzilla. That's probably for the best. Although, it would naturally probably become like a pink Godzilla. So maybe then, yeah, you'd end up with like a mating situation on your hands. You never know life this game? No. Anybody that beats this game with the dance pad would definitely have a life. You did New Game and called it for DSR? Fun story. I've actually only played New Game on all of the other Souls titles. I've only actually done New Game for the other ones. I love DS1, and I've played through a bunch of DS1 like New Game playthroughs with different mods and speed runs and things like that. But I haven't gone to New Game Plus. Got quite famous even in Asia with that dance pad. Lua's worldwide. Well, NG Plus and DS2, like, they add some other mechanics and stuff to that, don't they? Like, there's, like, extra invaders and different things, like Red Phantoms and stuff. Like, the higher new game cycles of some of the Souls games get a bit more intense than this, for sure. This is just like, more health and damage, whatever. Like, okay. Flamingos are white. They're pink because of the berries they eat. First time you got them in the zoos. Like, why aren't they pink? So now they add color to their food to keep color? Okay. So can you, in Planet Zoo, can you make your flamingos like a rainbow? Just feed them all different berries? Don't think they're invaders, they're just part of the... Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. I just always think of, like, the red as an invader.
Go and tell your master
More or less an NPC invader.
We have been charged by God with a sacred quest.
Okay, so I'm gonna just bait you back. And then we'll go from here. A blue mingo? I don't think the fla is part of the color thing, but okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, blue mingo. See you, Phoenix, thank you very much for the follow. Green mingo. I think I see where this is going. So if you had an indigo mingo, is that just too much? Is that just too much go or ingo? Indomingo? B-I-N-G-O? B what? Theoretically, if you fed them food with blue coloring, would you legally be obligated to play on Blue by Eiffel 65? Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. It's all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue, like him, inside and outside. With the blue little mingo and you're all welcome, it's in your head forever now. We're back in the early 2000s. You just have to get over it. Now here is a story. Wait, what? The fresh prince of Blue Mingo? Is this a new town? It's not actually a bird, it's a place. Flamingo. Why they gave everyone so little endurance? Because if you had infinite endurance, then you wouldn't be punished for overreaching, right? It's about pacing. Think about in real life, how much endurance do you have? Could you do as much as this small man does? Hey, Gingers. So basically, New Game is the first playthrough. After you beat the game, you can go into New Game Plus, which scales the damage that enemies do and the health that they have up a bit. But you can take everything from New Game into New Game Plus, excluding key items. So in the Souls games, it scales from New Game all the way up to New Game Plus 7 for DS3. Oh no, I think I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. I tried to out DPS that. That was not the right call. I thought I could maybe do enough damage to just send him into the repose state. Nope, cannot. But here's impossible. Okay, I gotta turn on cheat engine. Nobody tell anybody. So in Dark Souls 3, it goes from New Game to New Game Plus 7. Everything after that is the same difficulty scaling wise. I believe Dark Souls 1 is to like New Game Plus 6, Demon Souls New Game Plus 5. I forget if DS2 is New Game Plus 6 or 7. But yeah. It's just a difficulty scaling. Just a dance pad? True, that's the key. Problem is I don't have a dance pad. So we might be here for a while. It's just my life support. No, are you questioning how I stay alive? Huh? Oh, that you can dodge in real life as responsibilities? Yeah, unfortunately real life doesn't have the luxury of iframes. If it did though, that would make things completely different. Look at tiny little Ornstein next to the big old dragon. I was about to do the whole streamer, it's not a dragon, it's a wyvern, but I believe Midir is actually a dragon. Boxing would be amazing. I feel like more like UFC type of deal, right? Because boxing is just like the punches, you're not dodge rolling. But UFC though, you can get some serious rolling potential out of that. Backstab with the glove. Oh no. That's how you know it's over. Alright, I'm being smart this time. Run away! Yeah, see, this is the attack I just got messed up by. Sometimes you can, depending on the weapon you have, you can... Oh, shit. Depending on the weapon you have, you can, like, out-damage his scream to the point where you just send him into the riposte. Not all the time, but we tried. That's what I was going for. I just wanted to skip the big old scream. Super reverse dragon? Lasering your toilet? That's not so good. Oh man. Oh man. It's the truth, but it's the hard truth. Soft truth? We don't need to get into details. That's a bit much. Just a bit much. Like, what weapon would do that? A lot of times it's weapons that are quick, right? So this is a pretty slow, I mean, not super slow, but something that does a lot of damage and something that you can swing quickly with. So you've got kind of two options with that, right? You can do high damage, like, straight swords that you might be able to do a lot of hits with, or like super strong heavy weapons. This just doesn't quite have the damage output that you would need to burst through it. Some of it also kind of comes down to how far down you can get him without triggering it, and then starting up like just a sequence of attacks that bursts him down. Right, because the difference is, like, if you stopped right before it would trigger and then do a bunch of attacks, you burst through it, versus doing like 4 attacks in a row and the last attack triggering it, you're not gonna finish him off before he's done. Gotta go eat. No worries, Lua. Enjoy your food. Thank you again so much for the raid. You're too kind. I will catch you later. So I could piss off Judicator Argo if I wanted to right now. Oh yeah, Twin Blades, Ultra Great Sword. Even if you had, like, say, like the Sunlight Straight Sword, you know, buffed and all that, you can probably do some pretty good damage with it. New Game Cycle kinda... Oh, I missed. New Game Cycle kinda plays a part in that as well. Alright, buddy. I feel like that weapon art is gonna be super useful in this fight. I feel like that weapon art might be super useful in this fight. This is like a really good backstab follow-up attack. When it was on Frida. Maybe not so much here. Okay. Well, we did talk about what if Frida was crossed over with Half-Light. Sora's Ultra Greatsword on Half-Light? There are like SL1 cheeses using like Profane Greatsword and stuff where you just stagger Half-Light over and over again. Oh, really? I didn't think that would reach into there. Oh, come on. Big damage, big damage. Ah, it was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it. On a no hit run? Well, that's because people have come up with strats for like, there's a double parry strat. Right, there's a double parry strat on Half-Light that like bursts him down. There's a weapon art combo that sometimes works with the twin blades. I've seen like SL1. I've seen sometimes like Storyteller Staff is used. If people go to farm that, some people do that strat where you just cheese them that way. So there's definitely options. I think it's just because of, you know, there's been other strats that people have come up with. All right. Yeah, this is probably one of the better weapon arts that we've ever used, because it actually has functionality in a fight. It's not just like a, well, here was a fun thing. Like one of my favorite weapon arts is the, was it Earthbreaker? Is that the name of the weapon? The giant...
The Holy Grail!
The giant weapon from the first DLC. I don't even know where that thing is in here. Somewhere. Somewhere there's the Earthquaker. Earthquaker? Quakestone Hammer? No, that's not it. Earthseeker. That's what it is. Earthseeker. Earthseeker's weapon art is fun. You make the whole ground shake and do damage and stuff. Not as effective, but it works. Also, Charney, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. The explosion one? That's the one. Here, I can show you. It's the one that like makes the ground like tremble and explode because those big dudes use it. When you're going through on the way to turn the mechanism for Frida down in the bottom.
Holy Grail!
So this one is pretty fun to use. A little bit harder to control. That's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, weapon art. Gingers, thank you very much for the follow as well. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, that one's fun to toy around with. If you've got like, if you want to cover a lot of ground, it's just, it doesn't do really much damage if the enemy's not like right underneath one of the spots. But it's fun to toy with. This one actually just does a fair amount of damage if you can line it up right and they're weak to it. Attack actually follows you? I don't know that it follows you. I think it's just like relative to where he uses it. It kind of like sets up a minefield. But yeah, I believe since that was upgraded that we did do a Millwood cosplay with that weapon. It's pretty fun. Oh man, it's another no poison Gale fight. Feels bad, man. Oh well, we should be good. Hopefully I can find somewhere. Let me try it here. That didn't work. To say maybe we can find somewhere to use the weapon art on this. That was most definitely not the spot. That was most definitely not the spot to use it. Maybe here? Ram him in the butt? Kinda gave him a little bit of a stagger, actually. No follow-up? You sure about that, Gale? No follow-up? No. As you can see, I was fully anticipating the backhand to happen there. So a lot of the time, you don't have like a huge like cooldown window on Gale. That's probably the biggest one you're gonna get, is when he does any of the jump attacks. Otherwise, he follows up pretty swiftly. But like 685, I mean, what does this do? 207. So like, it's not great. Some of the fights that attack is doing like 1 to 1.2k. It's a little bit better. It was pretty nice against Yorm, because Yorm, when you fight him and stagger him, he takes a lot of damage, and since this has lightning built into it, I think with that comboed into the riposte, we did like 12k. Back in time for you, boy Gale. Welcome back, Doctor. Just in time. Boop. Right in the butthole. Snipe? Nope. No snipe. Well, that's a dramatic way to take it into phase 2. He's just like, ugh, my heart. I took a lightning bolt to the heart. I hate dancing around that attack. Like when he sends out the rings there. Hopefully he'll let us bait this. Yes, thank you. That was a little bit too close for comfort. I was supposed to be over around to the right a little bit more. Just barely avoid the hitbox. Free hit, thank you. Ah, rolled that a bit early. It's okay though. So we do have a little bit of passive healing on, so it's not so bad. Don't really know that it's enough that I want to use an Estus on. No insta crossbow for you, Gale. I see ya. Alright, now it's party time. This is the best part of the fight. I suppose you can squeeze 3 in there safely? I never know with the third hit. Yeah, I think 2 unless you're able to get like 1 attack in pretty early. I don't like being on the lightning there. Don't trust it. I love how it feels like everything just slows down when he does that one in particular. Right? It just feels so dramatic. Are we just gonna keep looping him? Are we just gonna keep looping him through that attack? Guess not. So anime, it really is. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't like that we're really just between lightning and the chairs here. Oh, thank you for taking care of that chair. Appreciate it. On par with SOC's juggle combo at the anime-ness. Yeah, but I like this better than that. I think this looks cooler than the big juggle. And I feel like you don't realize it until you've like kind of mastered the fight, how much that attack is slowed down. Because I feel like when you're trying to learn it and you're still struggling with things, it feels a lot faster. Yo, Chris, welcome back. Need to replay Ring City? Beat it and then your hard drive immediately died? Oh, yeah. I recommend it. I may be a little bit biased, but I say do it. Ring City is probably my favorite DLC of the Soul series. So dang good. But I think it's just because I love most of the fights in it. Gale, Midir, Demon Prince. I mean, we can forget about Half-Life, but the rest are worth remembering forever. It's a 3-phase fight. Phase 3 is just fairly long. We'll say pretty clean fight. Only got hit a couple of times. I think 4. We got hit a couple times right at the end, but that was pretty good. Second best to Tower Knight. Yeah, you just chop him down at the ankles. All right, so Midir and Cinder, and then the run is over. Back on release, though. Had your save long enough to a decent amount of boss summoning. Phalanx is the true pinnacle of the series. The first boss of the first Souls game, they started at the top and they only fell from there. It's a damn shame. You hate to see it. Covetous Demon? Oh, man. What about Seaman of Dong? 69 viewers for a second, goes back in the corner. Giggity. Giggity, giggity. All right. Clap up. Yeah. Suck at these games, going back through DS2 and can't beat Rotten. Oh man, if you can't beat Rotten, you might be in for a long playthrough. Now Rotten can be annoying with the environment and stuff. Deacons with like 5 phalanxes. If it's 5 phalanxes, does that include all of the little dudes that protect it? Because that would be an annoying ass fight. It'd be so long to get through that. Dang it, I missed. Oh, and then I tried to kick the dragon in the face to assert dominance. Alright guys, wish me luck. This is the impossible boss. How many dragons and knights have I fought in the series? I have fought a lot. I have fought many. Too many to count on my hands. Yo, period of time, how have you been? It's good to see you again. Forlorn is the boss we didn't know we needed. You know, for doing lightning damage, that was pretty dismal. That was pretty dismal. Oh, good, I missed again. Big ol' whiffs. Big ol' whiffs. I have it 400 damage. I do 399 on the stab. What? Does the running stab do way more?
It's our MPOC blade.
It's so disappointing. I was really hoping that like this fight of all of the fights might do a ton of damage. Wow. Big whiffs. Doctor, thank you very much for the bits, man. Still doing more damage than you did on NG+? Well, this is New Game Plus 83. I have max strength, max dex, faith, in all that jazz. I would hope I'm doing more damage. I mean, I don't think the defenses go up on the higher New Games, just the HP, right? Max it, that just means I'm really smart. In-game, not IRL. Yeah, you right, Luis. Pierce weapon, get that maximum sprint damage, because I'm putting my back into it. Whoops. Wasn't quite paying attention on that. I'm not sure the numerical increase per New Game cycle. I know some of that data is online, but I know some of it is also not 100% tracked. Yeah, it stopped going up a long time ago. Scaling stops at New Game Plus 7. If it kept scaling, I don't know if I would want to just keep running through New Games. I mean, I could. Just for, like, the cloud of it, I guess. Well, okay, I guess that's not happening. Could do, like, lightning from a distance. Haha, 181! Suck it. Take that, my dear. I sure showed you. I sure showed you. Making lightning look bad. Which is sad because he's a dragon, so like he is weak to lightning, but I guess because it's weapon art lightning and it has like no int scaling or faith, I guess faith scaling, not in. Oh yeah, they did make the NG plus infinite scaling in DS1. I forgot about that. Didn't Lobos work on that? For a little while? I don't remember how far he got. It got like ridiculously hard. You're also weak to lightning? Are you a dragon? I think the logic checks out there. Okay, see that was a little more effective. I don't know if it's because he's in a groggy state. Maybe all the hits we needed to land just weren't landing. That lightning looked a little bit better. That lightning looked a little bit better right there. Can also be killed by a stake to the heart. Confirmed vampire. You might be the first case of a vampire dragon. How does that make you feel? Do you feel special? It's a terrifying thought, really. Although, does that mean that you can use garlic to kill a dragon? We might need to do some further research. Hello. You're here right just in time for the end of the run.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just in time.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You messed up my pop filter.
What?
I appreciate that.
So let's just go like this. Right?
Yeah, sure, something like that.
That's what it's like.
Well, yes, minus the protrusion part.
You're not flailing your limbs, you're fine.
Well, when I get angry,
How do I fix that? I only have one hand. It's sorry. Well, he was trying to squirm away, so I found all these lipsticks.
He was trying
in
to
my
squirm
car.
away, so you tried
So I
to
need
destroy
throw
my
the
setup.
lipsticks.
Hi, buddy.
He's kind of crazy.
Hi. Hi. Are you a crazy cat? Huh? You a crazy cat? He's not here anymore, but Gabriel wanted to know if you have any tips for him about barista competition.
Oh. I'm not that good at competing, actually. Not gonna lie.
Want to
I've
say
done it
hello?
Twice in my life.
Don't be scared. There's a dog in chat, but that's
Hey.
okay. Are you hungry or something? Very chompy.
He's so sweet. Sometimes he's.
Yeah, sometime. This right now, not really being so sweet.
Sometimes he's a jerk.
He's tolerating right now, but then he, like, you put your finger near him and he's just gonna, like, bite you.
Sorry, I'm trying to itch your ear.
Huh? Were you being good earlier and then you're just like, I've been alone for too long?
I think so.
Yeah?
Ow!
Hey, no bites. No bites.
They're love.
There you go,
chomps.
you can have the cat back.
Here, let me pick up my lipsticks.
Why do you have so many?
Well,
Didn't you just clear out
I
your...
took this one to work and I found these two in my car.
Oh wow, it's like Christmas.
Yeah. But I.
Oh, do you want lipstick?
You want to put this on? It could be fun.
You would look so pretty.
So pretty.
Pretty kitty.
So pretty.
Oh, okay. Take him.
I'm trying.
As he... hey. Be nice.
I gotcha. I'm a
Yeah, you might need to take him now, because he's definitely... he's
I'm
going to
psyched.
scratch and claw his way out of this.
practicing my biting and clawing.
He's so cute. Sometimes he is. When he's busy not being a jerk face, he's cute. But he can be a little butt. He can be a little butt sometimes. Why is my cat a savage? Because he's a young buck. He's got a little bit of spunk left in him. He's like a little bit over 2 years old now. And it's like, I don't understand it. He like doesn't sleep at night. I mean, he sleeps a bit at night. He sleeps a lot during the day. And then when we're around, he like goes crazy sometimes. And it's weird because like I've been streaming for a little, and she just got home, and I think like she got home, so now he's like, time to be active. But he's an attention whore, through and through. Like if we're laying around watching TV or something, he will 100% just go up on the, no, I couldn't reach with that. He will 100% just go up on like the TV stand and like either try and like touch to like the top of the TV or start like nuzzling his face against things on the TV stand just so that we react. But I don't understand because like we'll pick him up and we'll bring him over and we'll try and play with him. And it's the type of thing where like, say we throw his mouse, he'll chase it and then he'll just stop and like look at it and walk back to you. It's like, I understand we're not playing fetch here because you're not a dog, but you're not gonna like play with it at all. You're just gonna like run and take a look, be like, oh, yep, that's what I thought it was. That is my mouse. Anything else? That wasn't quite worth it. I didn't have the opening that I was hoping to. Play with things is beneath you too. Yeah, like who would play with toys? I tried to roll that. But, you know, I'm gonna blame the fact that I took my hand off of the controller mid-fight. This is fun. It's actually not bad because I can just stay in pretty close to him. Oh. As it turns out, that is not an attack I can punish. It might be, I just might have, like, reacted to it too late. Cats be like that? I know firsthand they be like that. I don't know. Sometimes I think he might be a dog, but alas, he is but cat. Maybe he likes walking simulators? I mean, the PS4 is in the living room, so maybe we should get Death Stranding for Pringle. You know, it's not like I'll be able to really play it because I won't be streaming it, but you know, maybe while we're at work, he'll play some Death Stranding. I don't know if he's into that kind of game or not. Alright, we got some magics. I got magic in me. Is a hiking simulator actually very different? You right. I'm just so used to everybody calling it a walking simulator, but you were walking up much terrain.
If Cinder actually loved you, he would have done the heal in Lance phase before switching to Pyro Scimitar.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, it does a disappointing amount of damage. Oh no, okay, it just didn't land fully. It does an okay amount of damage. It does an okay amount of damage. Go to hiking simulators too? Buy a Christmas tree for the cat and you'll see. We have a Christmas tree. He did okay with it last year. We like bought a bunch of plastic ornaments to test them out with. Cause we have like some nicer like stained glass and glass ornaments and stuff. We're like, yeah, we're not gonna. Oh wow, look at this. We're doing a little grabby dance. Okay. I was wondering how long that was gonna last. That was what, like four grabs? Oh, back to the grabs. You know, that didn't connect. Excellent. I blame that one on the terrain. I probably should have rolled a second time. Sucks though that the big damage part of that didn't actually land. I thought I rolled it, but I guess not. Senor! Hi, Senor. It's good to see you, man. Let's try it again. Nope. Whatever it was, didn't land. Second roll for safety. So we've successfully landed the weapon art like one time. Called walking sims are very different from what Stranding has going on. Yeah, like I would think a walking sim really is just walking. Like, I would want my walking sim to be in VR. You know, take me on a journey. I wanna see new places. Look at that. More damage than the weapon art has been doing right there.
I'm rocking that 160p so I can't see shit. What's going on? Please give me a play-by-play.
Cinder jumps. I dodge roll. Cinder lightning stakes. I dodge roll. I attack. He waits. He waits. He swings. I roll. Another jump attack. No follow-up. Sideswipe. More jump attacks. He thinks he's LeBron. Backsteps into the lightning throw. I 1. I 2. I 3. He's dead. Lightning throw in the air, though. I have to dodge it right at the end. I successfully dodge it. GG. We wait at the bonfire to end the game. I press the A button. I hit left. I hit A again. Accept it. I light the flame. The end.